Coming to you from Homebrew Studios, it's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your hosts, Bob Katie,
and John Picarillo,
and Jay Schmidt.
Welcome to episode 131 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Hi.
Hi.
After the long hiatus, that's all you got to say?
Yeah. I don't know. Scared.
Konnichiwa. Is that our go-to?
I was gonna bust out with a konnichiwa, bitches, but
Konnichiwa.
I've been waiting patiently to open this.
No, me too.
Oh, Jesus.
Get us ready.
I'm dying to try
Get this show started.
I'm dying too.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
All right, now,
been a long time.
have you? Yeah, it's been a while. I was going to ask if you ever had it because I didn't know. But
I've never had this.
you never had it.
Whoa.
All right. So are we checking one off, or
Yeah.
towards
Well,
your goal of 2,000?
Great beer, by the way. What is it?
1,000, but Mastermind Double IPA.
Yep.
Fiddlehead.
Yeah.
Is that the real expensive ones you got?
Yeah. I got
It's like $1 billion a case.
my phone had got wiped out, so otherwise I'd have a picture because we were there. We got ridiculously lucky with this place. Like most of the time, it's just mobbed, and then they're sold out, and you're out of luck
Really?
for these. And we strolled in there, just knowing it was around the corner. We wanted to get like one more brewery in before we were out of there for the weekend being over when we were in Vermont. And we walked in there. We were nobody was in there. We did our full like card stamp there and tried all of their beers.
Wow.
Did the little testers, and then they had these. And for the price, I really wasn't gonna buy into it. My sister was all in, so I went in half with her for these. And I don't think you get them around here.
I've never seen it. Oh, that's good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good beer.
Fiddlehead.
Pretty good in a can, huh?
Yeah.
Fiddlehead.
Very good. Very good.
Well, as you can see, Jay's back.
Yeah. And we got all kinds of beer drinking to do tonight.
Yeah. Bring a big cooler.
Am I being paranoid or is he busting my balls?
So no, it's true.
Well, that didn't solve anything. Guess I'll just go out and get hammered.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen tonight, I have a feeling.
Yeah, when I first got them, I'm happy with my Busch Light. But when I had them in the fridge and I knew how delicious they were, well, I think it started to make me feel like you were around again when I had a beer like that. I'm like, yeah, this is like being with Jay. And I was like, that's fun. I'm going to do that again. And so I was down to 4, and I was like, I got to make sure I bring 2 over because these are the kind you got to keep cold.
This was your longest hiatus, wasn't it?
Me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, from the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last
It's
one
been
he did was August.
It was, episode 117. Or, no, sorry.
No, I was
I missed
gonna
a
say.
page. That's a page stuck together. My page is 121.
121.
Oh, 10.
10.
I only missed 10. That's been a while.
Wow.
Oh, it's a
Holy cow.
long time.
Yeah, I
know.
It's weird.
We had to totally change things up.
Yeah, things got weird.
Feels weird.
And then Bob would
I
pull
know.
this shit on me on these nights. He'd give me homework, and then he'd be like, "I'm ready to. Let's just go do the show." And like, well, let's just forget about that thing we did.
Yeah, forget about
Are you
tonight's
fucking
top 10, by the
serious?
way. Fuck it. We're not going to do that.
I wouldn't be surprised. But you know me, I'm going to do it anyway. Even if he didn't. You can sit there and listen to my top 10 and love it.
It's good to be back. Yeah.
I'm touching myself tonight.
Good to be back.
So much has happened. Like I'm telling
I
you,
know.
I told you on the way over here, Italy happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
know.
And then before that was Vermont. So
Right.
I'm still organizing from Vermont.
Right.
You know, between getting these beers on the show and going through all my paperwork. Because now I've got a folder for Italy and this Vermont. I need to get to that card because we're going again.
Yeah,
we're doing some
sounds
tour
good,
action.
I know.
Yep.
Definitely, there's a lot of good breweries up in there.
Absolutely. The one I wanted to get to most was like a little too far out of our range. We didn't get to that one, but
And there's still some here I want to hit. I mean, there's still some.
Yeah.
I want to get to that one in Schenectady. I've heard a lot of good things about that. Great Flats. I want to get there.
Oh yeah, we do a little thing on that. Before they opened up, we read a little thing on that.
Yeah.
yeah, we got to do that.
I've heard a lot of good things about their beers, and haven't gotten there. Yeah,
Definitely. Have to. Hey, and what?
Go ahead. Oh, and Wolf Hollow's got.
And Jay popped up the Periscope the other weekend.
Yeah, I brought it back. Keeping it alive.
yeah?
Keeping
Yeah,
it alive.
keep it
Yeah, didn't you?
October.
You probably didn't see it on you because your phone
I
changed.
don't have all my updates on here.
Yeah,
I
no-
like stuff that I haven't used in a while. I don't.
I'm like,
until
what the
something
hell's
like
all
that
this?
happens.
I'm like, why is my phone making that noise with that? I look at it and I'm like, Periscope.
Are you drunk,
Oh,
Yeah, it's
Maybe a little.
Oktoberfest.
no, he was at the Oktoberfest.
Oh, you always do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
we
always
did-
do a good one from
we
that.
did,
Oktoberfest.
Yeah, he got called a creepy old man on video by somebody he was with.
Oh yeah, that was Corinne's. I forget what you call people that work in a coffee place. Barista.
Employee? Oh, barista?
Barista.
Oh, I don't know.
Corinne's barista.
Ah,
We just ran into her and her friend and a bunch of her other friends at the Oktoberfest in Albany. And
this is your time
We're
of year.
hanging out.
I noticed you got an Oktoberfest
just
shirt.
this, I
on.
got a day too late. I ordered this from Germany.
Oh, yeah?
It came in from Germany and
He's
came in a
good.
day too late. I wanted to wear this to Albany.
Welcome. I am Helmut.
That is helmet?
But we watched the Wiener.
That's for you, Tom.
One thing I love about that is the fucking Wiener races down there.
He videotaped that.
That was the finals.
He periscoped that. I saw the little wiener dogs.
Oh my god, that was we laugh our asses. They're so freaking funny. Oh my god, there's a million of them down there, and they're just, oh my god, we laugh our asses. And there's thousands of people there, and it's like a stadium created. Just they have stands put up all around, and they bring in actual turf that they set up in the road. And they set up, all lines drawn for the races, and they run these little damn dogs, and they always laugh our asses off. Man. It's just so funny. They're
So they're the dogs.
Oh yeah, the dachshunds. Yeah. Oh my god.
For some reason, I had this crazy ass idea. Do you remember those big long balloons that used to blow up, and then you could let them go, and they just go. Whee! For some reason, I'm thinking of that kind of race.
No, wiener dogs. Wiener dogs.
Little dogs.
Wiener dogs,
Four-legged creatures.
Yeah,
my
so
God.
it took Jay was on hiatus. John went to Italy, so I had to fill in with Larry Moe and Curly. It took 3 to fill in for you guys.
Well, hey, it's good to have some new talent on the show.
Yeah,
Talent.
That's right. That's right. It's good to have some good new talent.
New talent on the show.
That was what I was going to say before I disrupted you. I saw a Facebook Live from Pat.
I did too.
Yeah.
2 of them.
And it was the beekeeping.
Yes.
Like I said.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was that. Yeah, he's very proud. I think he harvested these bees like they were a wild swarm.
Yeah,
He
that's what it
harvested.
sounded like. Yeah.
Wow.
So now he has a productive unit that
We would know, but
collected.
we want to do an interview with him, but somebody just won't do it. We've only been. We only want to do that in the first year, and now we're going into the 4th year. By the way, a matter of fact, I think we might be in the 4th year right now.
I want
Are
enough
we?
knowledge to ask good questions. I don't want to just ask some basic
prepping.
shit
It's a lot of
questions.
preparation.
I know. There's
Go
preparation, Bob.
Years and years.
Go to our Buzzsprout.com
Tell me what to do.
website and see. We might be in our 4th year now. You can see when the date of our first podcast was. You're not going to do that, are you?
Well, I was going to do much quicker math. Episode 131. That's you.
Yeah, but we have all that
52,
other
that's
stuff in
100.
between, and
Well, roughly. See, I'm only coming up with a couple years there.
well, I was looking at the exact date, so because I think we're past it. I
I don't think I have that on either one of these automatic.
because it was in the fall.
It was
you guys
October.
Started right.
It was
Yeah.
early October, so I think it might have been like
You guys
October
are coming
4th
up on your
or something.
anniversary. Because that was your first quest.
I think we're past it. Yeah, I think we blew by it. A lot of good we did, huh?
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. Yep.
Pop the cork.
I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck you're talking about.
The anniversary of the starting of the podcast.
4 years ago? I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't. How's that possible? We're on episode 131.
How many do you think we do?
One a week. It's 52 weeks
52.
here. So 52 and 52 is 104.
But we did a bunch of quick shots.
So there's
Yeah, you
like,
did quick shots.
and we
too.
did some specials.
yeah,
that
but
we
I
didn't
remember very specifically. You made sure we numbered the quick shots differently than the episodes.
I know, but they were in place of episodes.
Yeah, we didn't do a lot of them though.
We did like 30 something.
Yeah, I think you did it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you did quite
So
a
that
few.
brings
Yeah.
us to 160. So that's more like 3 years.
It's been 4 years, I'm telling you. Jay, can you look this up?
All right. Buzzsprout.
Yeah. Just go to buzzsprout.com and you should be able to go all the way to the first episode. It should tell
Pretty
you.
good beer though, ain't it, Jay?
It is fantastic. I got one for you in a second when you're done with that one.
He's got one for you.
I got one more of those for you if you want.
Okay.
You just let me know when.
Oh, they're going to be loaded. They're going to be just whoop-de-doo.
Well, one of the reasons why it is worth the coin is because, yeah, it's 8.1%. So one beer it doubles. It might even come close to tripling a Busch Light
While Jay's doing that,
alcohol-wise.
let's
Probably
Do I have
calorie-wise,
to
too.
log in? It says I have
Great.
to log in.
you have to log in?
See, that's exactly what I didn't want to fight with. And I would have to have that fight right here.
All right, I can do this.
You can do this, Bob. You can do it.
Shut it.
Look, I can make all kinds of distractions. I've been dying to shake my
You
balls
are a
all day, to
distraction.
be honest with you. I don't have any shakers at my desk at home. I need a shaker. I don't know why.
distraction. That's the problem.
I love it too. It's one of the things I do best.
Yeah, it says I have
Keep
to
people's
log in.
minds off of things, especially when you're swinging your balls around. It's easy.
Yeah, you like
The fellas were all smelling my balls while I was gone. Can you believe that?
Yeah, they touched them too.
They were touching them, smelling them. One called them even like moldy. No, it was
They were
mulchy.
Mulchy.
Mulchy was the
Yeah,
word. Yes,
mulchy.
apparently they're mulchy. Well, these are actual gourds. These here are
Tomorrow
from-
is our first podcast.
Oh,
year.
well, happy anniversary.
October 8th. Well, this won't go on until next Friday because we're doing this on Saturday, so it'll be past.
Oh my!
But October 8th is
4 years?
2014.
Oh, 3 years.
It's 3 years.
Yeah, I said we're going into our fourth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's
3 years.
that's
That's
all agreeable now.
respectable.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
we're going into our fourth. That's
That-
what I
that
said.
makes sense. It makes sense.
Rewind the tape. That's what I said. All right, now I got to reset.
Well, I wanted to be clear on something. So
I said we're going into our fourth year.
All right. Okay. Sometimes I hear differently.
Oh, I know.
So that's what we do. Good is work it out. You know what I mean?
I can't believe you did it! Oh, too good. Too good. Oh. Well, good night.
All right, let's take care of some business.
Yeah, we ain't got
All
that in a
right,
long
you
time.
primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
woo, look at that. Back in the saddle.
Like I
Like,
didn't
yeah,
miss a
baby.
beat.
didn't miss a
Something I
beat.
had it written down still.
You got the beat.
I thought, yeah, I think Greg remembered it better than John did.
Maybe he found my note. That is.
He might have. Did you leave that there? He
always
might
there.
have. He might have.
It's always.
Got to ask him. Oh, by the way, don't you owe him one? Hey, there you go. He gets all
You're titillated, aren't you?
yeah, when he
Gets a little
a
excited
little excited.
when he gets a special little shout out.
Yeah, he likes his little shout. Gets
There
him
you
all
go,
titillated.
Greg. He likes to hear the word too. Say my name, Greg.
You're titillated, aren't you?
I'm touching myself tonight.
Or as we have a Greg now.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Word of the day, John.
Whoa. We're gonna get to that already.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving right along.
I ciccisionali.
Oh God! Not only did you go word of the day, you went word of the day in a different language.
Italian. I went with Italian.
Like, we're supposed to try to fit these in through the thing.
Well, I want more of my friends speaking to me in other languages. That's something I want now.
All right, I will learn how to say "go fuck yourself" in another language.
So this
Bafangul.
See, that's the problem. Everybody remembers the dirty words. You got to remember some of the ones that mean love.
I only know the ones that my teacher taught me in Italian. You were my teacher.
I shouted out on the bus. I shouted it out one night, and I had we had drank a lot of wine and stuff, and our bus driver's name was Caesar. And whenever he could drive that bus like it was a Fiat. It was unbelievable. I mean, we would go down one-way streets. And he wouldn't stop.
Was it a big tour bus?
Yeah. And these were one ways, like through the mountains. So if the people in front of you were coming, the bus was coming, they'd back up until they could get out of the way for the bus. You know what I mean? So, and this guy could parallel park that thing. So whenever he did something crazy like that, by the end of the trip, like in the beginning, nobody really was catching on, but by the end of the trip, everyone was like, "Hail Caesar!" You know what I mean? So this one. It was nighttime. I remember it was after a good dinner and stuff, and Claudia's going on because she always had a story to tell, and she's saying stuff about that. And I remember because it was our last night with Caesar, and she was saying,
our last night with Caesar,
and we must bid our fine driver goodbye. Caesar will be leaving us tonight, and everyone's like, oh, and I'm like, mi amore, Caesar, and I don't think I heard her laugh that much the entire trip. She found that funny. Anyway, I thought it was good too. Pull that one right out. When you can say a little sentence is more fun than just saying one word, and I got it right there at that moment.
Well, give us the pronunciation of what you're.
I just did. Ichich zionale.
Ichich
zionale.
Oh boy!
You want the spelling?
No,
because it's a lot worse than that.
I know that's not going to help me.
Ichich zionale.
What does this mean?
Awesome.
Awesome. Ichich. Help me here.
Ichich zionale. Zionale.
Ichich zionale.
Ichich zionale.
Ichich zionale.
All we have to do is repeat a few times and we know the words.
I know. I'll spell it.
We're picking up some Italian listeners, by the way.
Good.
Hey.
I meant to ask you that.
Yeah. I always left a card for the show and the band and a couple euro for the, for the room.
Zionale.
And I've noticed a couple viewers popping up in Italy. That's good. Okay. Hopefully Claudia's checking us
and
out.
For the band at work too. And for the band at work. Greg said the band also.
Yeah, we're getting a little uptick. So that's good. That's all we got to do is spread the seeds round.
Zionale. That's what I think of that.
Zionale. Yes.
Awesome.
So now I'm a little more inclined. That might be my thing. Is maybe
Zionale?
An Italian word. Maybe that'll be my mission. Because not only is it serving the purpose to the show, I learn a little because I would like to know. The more language you speak, the better off you are these days. That's it.
Latin's not going to help you.
No, I'm telling you, Latin. I was thinking might be the best because that's
the dead language.
Yeah, because
awesome.
Only ancient peoples speak Latin now. You know what I mean?
And they're all dead. So
no. The craziest thing when I saw the Pope at the Vatican, all the bishops from all the countries were there.
Did you say, "Hey, Poppy"?
I did. Patted him on the back, slapped him on the butt. So, man, you're doing a great job. So I was thinking about it because I had plenty of time to think about everything. And it was an international festival. So schools and churches and all kinds of groups from all over the world were there. Big groups. And so there was a bishop representing every single one of those countries. So obviously they all speak a different language. But I think they can all speak to each other in Latin. Because it's the oldest scripture, I think, written. So if you speak Latin, you speak old school.
I think you should dig deep and learn Latin. and talk to yourself because that's what you're going to be doing.
Always you, Bob, that always shoots down great ideas. You know what I mean?
Now, what'll that asshole think of?
He never really thinks about how great a very small thing could be. It's always like, oh yeah, you could go entertain yourself like that.
Yeah,
you know,
you just keep thinking, John.
Yeah.
That's what you're.
That's
good
what
at.
you're good at. Yeah. So I can't tell if I want a cheesy beer or I should just stick.
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
you
think
should
it too.
You should relax for a moment.
I can't.
thinking-
I'm on the show. It's time.
Well, I don't even know which way I want to go here. 'cause I
See,
know we
see
got-
how difficult.
Well,
of a
this is
choice
the
it
way we're gonna go because
Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
Hi, honey.
All right.
Chillin'
All
with
right.
Jay's Brew.
Decision made.
Chillin' with Jay's Brew.
making it sound like Christmas.
We're going with this one.
Well, that's good.
got
Your
a lot.
music
Digging
ran-
around
your-
there, digging
That's the
deep.
first time your music ran out.
Whoa, dig it.
Usually I have to
right.
turn that shit down.
I said I didn't know which way I wanted to go here. I got a lot of options.
First time we've ever used the full track.
Jay didn't know which way he wanted to go, so
I am not gay,
Swinging
senor.
this way
You
and
just make me do
swinging
gay
that.
things.
I brought a bunch of. I told you I was very.
I know. That's why I haven't been grabbing beers because
I
I'm
know.
like I know what's coming.
I got a lot.
I don't know
in my-
exactly
in
what's
my
coming.
list.
but I got-
we gave you that would have been a hard top 10 to match up with without your first one back.
What's that?
You know how you usually play it so the Jay's Brew in the top 10
Oh yeah,
interlink.
yeah. Oh, God.
That would have
Yeah, I
been real.
couldn't
That would have
do
been
that.
really difficult.
No, yeah, I couldn't. That one.
I only got 2 blank cards, so if we're going over,
Oh, I got more.
okay, just letting you know in advance.
I got more. In my
That's
bag.
where I'm at right there. Oh, here we go.
What?
My pen is out of mission.
Did you kill it?
Yes, I put it away for what doesn't work. Doesn't write anymore.
No, but did you kill it? Meaning,
No, I saved it because I'm going to put a wooden thing.
wow, you suck. Yeah,
Well,
look
you
at that.
threw it like a goddamn boomerang at me.
He catches like a raider.
Hang on, I'm just trying to find. I'm unprepared because I didn't know which beer I want to go with here. So.
October 10th.
usual.
Or, no, 7th.
All right, thank you.
10/7.
There it is.
All right.
Okay, so I chose Weyerbacher Sunday Morning Stout.
God bless you.
Weyerbacher
Yeah, I don't even know how to spell all that.
Sunday Morning Stout.
Yes, it's W-E-Y.
Oh, here we go. Wait. W-E-I.
Y. W-E-Y.
W-E-Y.
E-R.
Yep.
B.
What?
B.
B.
A.
Yeah.
C. H.
Yeah.
E-R.
All right.
Weyerbacher.
Weyerbacher.
Sunday. It's S.
That's so much easier. Sunday. Weyerbacher Sunday what?
Morning.
Oh, he's
Oh,
John. Where's your job, John? Come on.
I'm writing. I've got spares. Plenty. Look at. We're just fine.
Polish up the table. Anyway.
Yeah, it adds a layer of shellac.
With some of this stuff.
Sunday morning. It's pretty
A full
dark.
release ensures a rejuvenative rest and promotes a winning attitude.
If anybody can see that, it's dark.
Wow. Motor fucking oil.
Sunday morning. What?
Stout.
Yes, it is. Anything else?
No.
All right, we got it.
Isn't that enough?
Weyerbacher Sunday morning stout.
What's our alcohol percentage on that?
11.3.
Whoa! Hey, baby.
Looking for a little slap and pickle.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be John.
Yeah, that's right.
as you all know, we like to do podcasts back to back, especially when Jay's here.
Well,
so Bob thinks that's very funny.
This second one's going to be a blast.
Well, let me rewind that because it's written on the crawler 11.3, but I'm on their website. It says 12.7. So
that jacks it up a little.
Looking for a little slab and pickle.
So this is an American Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. It's going to have aromas of roasted coffee and bourbon with hints of chocolate, roasted malt, vanilla, and caramel.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Perfect cap to a Saturday night.
Hey! We're not done yet, though.
It's not a cap.
Who's the brewery?
Weyerbacher out of Pennsylvania.
No, John, that's not local.
It's totally local.
They are.
Isn't it closer than New York City?
No.
Jackass.
They are Easton, Pennsylvania.
So that's even farther.
All right, that's fine.
Easton, Pennsylvania is.
Other than the Brew Crew, how easy is it to find?
Oh, everywhere. Weyerbacher's very popular.
It's bottled.
Very
you can find
popular.
at the Glenville Bev bottled.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's a plus.
Yeah.
So.
So let's begin our
Color.
Well, you know, I don't like to start. I usually don't really like to.
I'm just going by how the
Yeah,
paper's
I don't
written.
even have a paper actually myself.
Oh, Jay's going to get a paper.
What were you admiring? I was.
Jay's befuddled.
I know.
He's got to get back into things.
A lot of whack.
Yeah. He's got to get back into the swing of things.
Back in the swing of things. Yeah, he hasn't been in front of the camera.
Yeah, I know.
at least we've been.
Yeah,
here.
we're starting him off gently. We're starting him off, so Jay won't be here for 132, but we'll be at 133, and then hopefully some things are going to be in full swing. So by the time November hits, Jay, we'll be back to every episode rocking and rolling, ready to go. Finally.
All right. All right. So color.
Oh, John, hold it, John. What do you want to do? What do you want to do first? It's in this order, but you can go out of order.
I'm going to go with a 5 with color.
5 with color?
Well, yeah, I didn't hold it up to the light. I usually like to do that.
Yeah.
Also,
Sun.
the camera can see.
It does black out the sun.
It does black out the sun, and that's a plus for a stout. So the camera gets to see that probably a little bit better.
That's
Maybe just like this.
Tom now realizes why Jay wears sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, utilize the sun on the show.
Yeah.
Aroma.
Does smell of coffee and chocolate.
Oh, see, this is the problem.
He stuck his nose right in.
My nose right in. That's how bad I want it. That's how bad I want it.
Oh.
I could just about breathe it in and do it. Tickles my taste buds just smelling it.
Tickles your taste buds?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
A lot goes into a beer like this, too. Don't you think?
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. Very complex.
Now we get to taste it.
Well, you're putting a lot of flavors into one beverage.
Caramel?
Yeah. Definitely. Vanilla, caramel, chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah. All of that.
A little coffee, maybe.
Coffee.
A little bit of coffee.
I got some there, too, for sure.
Yep.
But all those are there.
And a little booze. A little bourbon. Get
Yeah.
that barrel flavor.
This makes me so excited.
You're titillated, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Get a little bit of everything in there.
This is really good.
Oh, very good. Yeah, very caramelly. And it's smooth.
Yeah.
For 12%.
Have you had this before?
I've never had it. No.
Ooh.
I hope this
It's a
one.
virgin night tonight.
Yeah, I wanted to have that one, but
Jay's on the quest for 1,000
yeah, getting there.
on Untapped.
Really?
It's
What's
legendary.
your number?
Actually, what's
with
it called?
this-
It's beyond legendary, isn't it? You've already got to legendary. I think.
Extraordinary.
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 I think.
Extraordinary is better than legendary?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I would think it would be the other way around, but I'm...
It's. I'm at with this beer. It'll be $9.93.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
that's pretty close.
TikTok. You're talking about single digits till 1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I was. Let's see here. tell you in a second.
Yeah, see, that's
Fuck out of here! No, I cannot.
and I'm assuming you're talking about individuals beers.
Yes.
Because there's
Not
two
just check-ins.
There's two counts. Because sometimes I check in a beer I don't think I had, but I had. It doesn't count as another one. So you have your total check-ins.
Yeah.
Because I could check in 1 million probably.
Yeah.
But the one that means 1,000 different beers.
New beer, brand new beers.
Yeah.
I'm at Legendary now. And
See, I knew. See, he was already legendary.
Legendary.
Jay's a legend already.
Why he's on the show? Right? What do you think, man? It's legendary.
Yeah, but there's more than that. I mean, there's how come I can't see?
I don't know what the next one is. They're going to have to maybe make it
I
up
think
just
it's
for you.
Extraordinary, I believe, is the next one. But
I'd rather be
Jay
legendary
is
than
legendary. Now he's going to strive to be No, what did you say?
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary. I want to say.
Wouldn't you rather stay legendary?
Not if.
Well, there's even more than that, but I don't know why I can't see all of them.
Is there a king beer?
Yeah, there's
Kingsta.
Why can't I see all of them? Oh, here they are. Okay, here they are. I just didn't go down far enough.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
There it is. It's not it either.
He was teasing.
I was teasing.
Flavor or no Roma? What?
I already did Roma. I did 5 for Roma.
Yeah, flavor.
Flavor.
5 too.
5.
Yep.
I got a feeling we know what this is going to be.
Drinkability is a 5.
John's halfway done with his just about.
Yeah.
Brewery size and location.
Do you know what the size is like compared to other breweries?
Well,
I can tell you in a minute.
But we did say when they were out of state that it would be availability, and Jay said it has very good availability.
Right. So do we mark it down automatically or not?
I think you have to go a half point if it's not local.
Right.
So.
Well, they don't have an about us here, but
that's what we
I know they're. They have a beer called Dallas Sucks. That's got to count for something. They're not a huge brewery. I know that. They do. Oh, history. Here we go.
Here we go.
But they have a huge availability. So
they were founded in 1995 in a livery stable in downtown Easton, Pennsylvania. It began as a daydream to avid home brewers. It's grown to a craft brewery no one love. Found their niche in the sea of craft and existed. We explore big beers that would set us apart from the others. Blithering Idiot, and Merry Monks were their their two big ones. Yeah, Blithering Idiot's really good. That's really strong.
Oh, boys!
Hey, boys!
Blithering Idiot.
From our humble beginnings in our livery stable to they have approximately 30,000 square foot facility right now. Push the envelope with taste. Blah blah blah. Blah. Whatever. But,
yeah. When are we opening ours?
So I would say because of their availability, they probably should be pretty high. You just have to take a point off.
4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
Even if we give them 4.5, I think they still end up
with a 5.
5.
Yeah. Well, that's why we only took a half off if they're not local. So Jay's going to do some math. John's going to play with his balls.
That's a 5. 4.9.
4.9. It's a 5.
Bingo.
Weyerbacher Sunday morning.
Ding, ding, ding,
stout.
ding, 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 ding.
I'll have to remember to check that one in.
Oh my God, my pipe organ! Yay!
Yeah, actually, I got to take a picture of that one. Seems like time's flying by here.
Oh,
tonight
it
or
Yeah.
every day?
You haven't done this
yeah,
for a while,
tonight.
so
Just tonight. It's extra fast.
extra fast.
Just seems like it's going by quick.
Great beer, by the way. What is it?
No, I'm just
Weyerbacher Sunday morning stout.
trying to get back into regular scheduled program.
It's a cheesanale. Cheesanale.
A chichanale.
Cheech.
Zionale.
Cheech Zionale.
Zionale.
So no A. Cheech Zionale.
Si.
Zionale.
Cheech Zionale.
It's just Cheech, or is it E Cheech Zionale?
It is E Cheech. It is
Okay.
E Cheech Zionale. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right.
Zionale.
E Cheech Zionale.
Cheech Zionale.
Now, see, you put the A in there. You went A Cheech. You went E Cheech Zionale.
I did.
what you
That's
said.
from hearing my father talk.
Okay, so with that, okay. So either way, we'll accept it either way.
Yes. Right. Well, that's the whole thing, really. My father speaks Italian. We were in Italy. But it's really funny, northern Italy, there's no, even the lasagna has no tomatoes in it. They don't use tomato sauce. It's all fettuccine sauce. That's the type of, you get ziti's with they don't do
What's fettuccine
ragu.
sauce?
You know what I mean?
You know, like the white
white
cheese,
sauce.
like a
Oh,
cheese
okay,
sauce.
okay.
You know?
cheese
So it's
sauce.
all like that. And even lasagna, that's the
Really?
way it is up north. And their dialect is so different. There was times my father was like, I don't know what he just said to me. But then the closer we got to his home, all of a sudden he's like, blah, 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 talking to everybody. You know what I mean? So it's really, the dialect really changes when they're your zone.
It's kind of like when I was down training in Alabama. Like, what the fuck that person saying?
I think he spoke English, but I don't know what he said.
Y'all come back now, you hear? The hell was he talking about? Or the best one is that story that Steve told us. We went down south.
Steve don't belong.
When they first started coming out with
They'll string
curly ring,
They'll string
curly
him up.
curly fries, and he was like in Georgia or something, and he asked for some curly fries, and the person looked at him and went, "Curly what?
Curly what?
Really, what?
They hadn't reached Sound South yet." Curly what?
I can see Steve at that counter too. Yeah, give me an order of curly fries.
Curly what?
Curly what? E Ciccianale. Yep. See, now that's a good one. That's a not dirty word. That's fun to say. It should be something we got to keep on the books.
Ciccianale. Zionale.
By the way, that's one that my father didn't know.
Oh, really?
And here's how I figure out what the problem is. Sometimes is it my enunciation, or sometimes is it where he comes from, they didn't use that word. And that was this example.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, okay, so because I tried it before anything. I said exactly what I said to you and what I've been saying over and over. He's not getting it. So I said, so how do you say awesome in Italian? He goes, I don't know.
You have to remember, English is a very descriptive language.
Exactly.
It's very detailed.
Some languages there just isn't a word for that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
There isn't a.
So this one I looked it up, kind of like it in that way. Maybe it must be the modern Italian dictionary.
Hey, until we graduated high school, so what was that? That was like 4 or 5. For about the first 7 years that I knew you, I just thought your father knew. The only thing he knew how to say was, "Hey, oh, hey, hey."
That's how you got your attention.
Oh, hey. I never heard him say anything. And then we graduated, and then he talked. And all of a sudden, he had this big conversation at camp, and I'm like, "What's wrong with this, John? He's talking to me."
Yeah, he does. He talks.
It's like we graduated, and we were like human beings too. Like he was like, "I'll talk to them now."
I think he was busy with work in my earlier years. By then, I don't think he was chilling. By later, his later years with the state, I think were pretty good. That's what I've been thinking about. I'm like, my last 20 years of work are supposed to be cool, not supposed to be shitty. You know what I mean?
All depends on
generation
who you look
before
at it.
us had, our fathers. I don't know. I think they enjoyed themselves. That's what I think. I want to be able to do that someday.
Well, it's difficult to say because mine and Jay's father were probably more of the same generation than your father was probably the generation behind.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your dad was retired for a while, wasn't he?
Oh, he still worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he owned his own business. He was still working.
Huh.
Yeah,
See,
he never retired.
See, I'd rather work for myself, but I know it's a lot of problems. There's a lot of stuff.
All right.
A lot of things.
Yes.
We need to get out of this.
Chilling with Jay's Brew.
I just stopped you before you start on a long. I saw it in your eye. You're like, this could be a long 20-minute monologue.
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power.
Waxy or
You're titillated, aren't you?
Candle.
When I say the name, because
John trying to get the power to work in Italy.
My balls itch!
Oh, yeah.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery on Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick.
Hoorah!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Strap in. You're about to listen to
With Bob and John.
And Jay.
this was pretty easy this week to come up with our top 10.
Yeah.
Somebody dies, you get a top 10.
Was better than the other.
Well, we did. we
What was
did
that?
forget.
Things that are
I
green.
won't say that it's too early.
We did say.
Oh, you mean the one for the next episode?
No.
Oh. What was it? What?
Forget it.
What was
gave-
our
I won't
alternative?
say it. It's
We
too,
gave a
it's
few,
Too, it's, too,
It's too what?
it's too bad. It's bad. Sorry.
Too soon.
Too soon? All right, yeah. We don't want any too soon on that.
Okay.
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
So we talked about some of the losses that we've dealt with, and we did forget to mention Hugh
Hefner. Yeah.
on the last show. We forgot to mention that because he got lost in the shuffle of everything else that happened.
Yeah.
With the shootings in Las Vegas and Tom Petty. So we forgot to mention that. And I didn't know, I didn't realize until I read all these articles what a sexual revolution he really.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? It changed a lot.
Literally.
A lot of things.
He
the way
was the
people-
he was the first person to bring nude women into the where you could buy it across the counter.
Yeah,
you know
he had
what I
a
mean?
lot of good stances. You know what I mean? He believed in some things that were just fine with me.
He's a love him or hate him type of person.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't say that he didn't move.
I never
things.
met him, so I can't really make that decision.
I
but-
meant what he stood for.
What he
Like
stood for?
a lot of women think
Oh,
you
I'm sure. Yeah.
terrible.
Oh, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah. But he stood up for a lot. He stood up for women's rights as far as like abortion stuff like that.
Yeah,
Where,
gay
of
rights
course,
too and stuff.
Some people are going to
and
hate
a lot
him
of
for
stuff,
that,
yeah.
and some people are going to love him. And
Absolutely.
gay rights too. He stood up
Yeah.
for that. You know, which
Way before its
yeah,
time.
oh yeah, long before it was
Yeah.
in it. Yeah, sure.
But anyway, that'll bring us to our top 10,
Top 10.
which is not
Hugh.
not Hugh Hefner.
I wonder. Hey, could we do a top 10 playmates of all time?
God, that would take a lot of enjoyable research.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It'll be fun. It'll be fun.
But
to
it would
take
be a
that.
long
Yeah,
research.
You know?
Touching myself.
I'm touching myself tonight.
This is why John's not in charge of the top 10.
Come on, they're great ideas. Come on.
This week's we're going to go to the other one who everybody kind of got lost in the shuffle with the Vegas thing. So
Yeah.
this person kind of got also didn't even get barely on the front pages because it happened almost the same time. Was we're going to do top 10 Tom Petty songs.
Ready?
Oh.
Mr. Ellie brought this because you have to read the.
I don't know. You know how I see the word ghost on here. You know how I am.
I
with
know,
that, yeah?
but read the rest of it.
Tanker Truck Sour Series, Plum Ghosts, all brewed with Italian plums. Okay.
Now you got them.
You're trying to convert me onto this, aren't you?
And look, even better. What day did you leave for Italy? What day? Yeah, look on the bottom. What day did you leave for Italy?
Was it like the 12th or something?
Yeah, I think it was the 12th.
What number is it?
The September 12th.
There you go.
Yeah.
I just noticed that last night, actually.
How did you even see that?
Jay's Magic.
That was just coincidence. I
yeah?
bought that just because I wanted you to, because I saw it was
All right, this sounds like fun.
with Italian plums. Then I just happened, I was going to open the case last night, and
you got a case?
I saw, the package, sorry. And I saw on the outside of the package, it said packaged on September 12th, and I remember you said you were leaving on September 12th.
And you were like,
hot
hot damn.
Hilarious.
Hot diggity dog.
It would be hilarious, even it was packaged at 10:36 in the morning. I wonder what time your flight was.
It wasn't until that evening.
No, it wasn't until
it was 8 something.
Oh, okay.
It's all right.
That would have
Me while I
been
whip
even
this out.
funnier.
I probably wouldn't want to known.
I haven't had this yet either, so I don't even know how good it is.
Oh, it's a virgin show.
Yeah.
Why do you want that beer so bad?
Because he's thirsty,
Salud.
dummy.
All right. Now for
I know you're not a fan, but
for the style of this beer, though, like if I put my taste buds in a little reverse and think of it more like of a sparkling, think of it more as a sparkling soda. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The one thing
plum flavor.
You know what I love about it though is he knows it's a sour beer, which he's not big on. But when he goes like most people, most people would be like this, like he's like.
It's actually very refreshing though.
I don't taste it until all of it is from the tip of my tongue to the back of my throat. That's how much liquid I need.
That's what she said.
Take a sip.
I am not gay, senor. You just make me do gay things.
All right. Well, should I start this off?
Oh, I've actually pronounced this wrong all the way, and the kid at the Bev always pronounced it Gosa, and that's how you're supposed to.
Gosa.
How do you say it?
Gosa.
I always say Gos, but
I always say ghost.
But it's Gosa. It says it on the back.
Gosa. Gosa.
It's supposed to be Gosa.
Hey, that's pretty iccizionale.
That's right. Iccizionale.
It's got a nice plum flavor, though.
It does have a nice plum flavor. And the thing that I
Plum-tastic.
like about it is because when they do the Gosa, especially when they do the citrus, it's too far south for me. You know what I mean? It's too tangy, especially like grapefruit.
Yeah.
If they do a grapefruit Gosa, it's way too much. The plum is
nice.
not a sour, really necessarily a sour fruit unless you get it really not ripe and stuff. But it isn't as sour as a lot of them I've had, so it's pretty good actually.
It's pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. It's actually not bad. I like it. Moving on. Sorry.
We're going to be on hour 3 coming up with just to do this.
The beers are so important.
Really? We're moving that far?
Start your top 10.
All right, go ahead.
My number 10.
Tom Petty songs.
Tom Petty songs. That's what it says. I put Don't Come Around Here No More.
Not a big fan of that. That's probably one of my least favorite Tom Petty songs.
That's why it's my number 10.
That's why. Because the video was always more striking, but the song I never was big on.
That was a problem with a lot of the songs. I was sort of like when I watched the video, I was like, well, that was a pretty popular video.
Yeah, am I going with the video or am I going with the song?
Well, a lot of his. Yeah, he was a lot of video.
Yeah, he hit a real 80s realm.
Yeah, he did a really good.
Yeah.
I think
And into the
they did
early
really
90s
cool
too.
I think they did neat videos.
Jay, you're number 10?
Actually, it's going to be Don't Come Around Here No More also.
Ooh, hey,
that one didn't even make my list.
I knew you were going to take some obscure ones.
No, I don't.
have some obscure ones.
Mine are not obscure at all, actually.
Okay.
I don't think. Mine is Into the Great Wide Open, which he had a big video for. That was a big video with
that one didn't make
Johnny Depp in it or whatever.
That didn't make my list either.
Yeah, I like that.
I do know the song.
It is one of my. It is one of my favorite songs. It is.
It's on my big list, but didn't make my.
Do you always like a little bit more epic songs?
It was just cool because he had his story and everything along with it, and everything with a but with a good hook and everything. It's hard to do those type of songs.
Yeah.
You're number 9, John.
You got lucky, babe.
I don't even know that song.
Nope.
You don't know that song?
No. Oh, okay. All right. See, sometimes Tom Petty's one of those people for me where I'm like, it has the song. I have to hear it now. Instantly, I know who it is. I know it.
That's why the list was hard for me because I had to go through some that I wasn't necessarily familiar with just to say, oh no, or because some of them, I had.
Actually, he has quite a catalog.
He really does.
When I started getting back into him again,
it's really diverse because
it is. All
I'm like, you can really, how some people, take for instance, some people take Aerosmith and some people like 70s Aerosmith or 80s and 90s Aerosmith.
Right. Yeah,
he's like that too. He has his 70s, 80s, early 80s stuff, and then you have that late 80s to early 90s where he started kind of being a little bit more mellow and stuff and everything, where the 70s stuff and the early 80s was a little bit edgier.
Yep.
I think that one was during
that was I think probably around 80 or something around there.
Like Mel Gibson, Desert. There was a comeback recently.
What song?
Mad Max. Like that era.
The 80s. Yeah. Probably that was early. Yeah, it might have been.
That's what the video.
What song was it again? Sorry.
When I did
Lucky.
You Got Lucky.
You Got Lucky.
I think that was that kind of. I remember the video being like that kind of type of video.
I didn't write the year down.
That I found you.
You're number 9, Jay?
I'm gonna go with American Girl there.
That's one of my least. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of that song.
I like that song, Jay.
A lot of people think that's his greatest song.
You feel bad.
I'm not making him feel bad at all. I was just giving my opinion of what
my list.
Well, that's why we do these.
That's right.
We definitely have different opinions.
Sometimes we do, very much. Sometimes we do a whole list and we're like, well, shit, we all agree.
That's right.
My number 9 is Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Yeah, made my list.
Yeah, these were the couple of little ones that he dropped in the early 90s that I thought were really good.
Good one.
Definitely.
Yeah. Number 8 to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Breakdown. Breakdown.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh my God! You know what? I forgot that song.
Oh, see, I knew that was going to happen during this one.
Yep.
Because there's definitely ones that are like, there's a bunch of stuff.
That would probably go more 11. My 11. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it not making my list, but that's a good song. I mean, that was his first breakout song.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one. I remember that. I love it when I know him.
Yeah. That was like the first one that he got that Tom Petty sound. You know what I mean? That was like that Damn the Torpedoes album, that sound. Jay, you're number 8?
I'm going to go with Running Down a Dream.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a good one. And that one didn't. I really like that song. It didn't make my list because that's probably the Tom Petty song that was drilled in my head when that came out. It was on so everywhere.
I did not let Tom Petty get drilled into my head.
That one I just remember for some. I don't know if it was just obviously it was on MTV a lot, but for some reason somebody must have played it a lot or something, or I ran into it a lot. Because even today, I skip that song when I'm listening to some Tom Petty. So I'm just like, I know I don't want to hear that one. It's a good song, I just don't want to hear it. And even my favorite bands, I have those songs where you're just like, I don't need to hear that again for another 50 years.
Hey, when you first sent this idea out, I'm not a huge
Tom Petty fan either.
But when I was going through the catalog, he's got my entire life.
Easily enough for top 10. Yeah.
He's been making good music my entire life.
But some of the stuff that's in the top 10 I really do like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I really like to I really do enjoy.
Yeah, we'll probably want to play one or two by the time we're
well, we talked about that even before. So my number 8 is probably more obscure, but it's You Wreck Me. Just a great, straightforward rocker.
I know that one.
Yeah.
Me too.
Jay, me too. You're number 7?
I went with Free Falling.
That's on my big list. That was one of the ones like Bob. That's one of the ones I like, but that was like drilled into my head.
It was. It was out there a lot. I didn't get sick of that one. I got Running Down the Dream hit me on mine. Everybody's got one that they just were like, can't listen to that again. I'm sure.
I'm bad with radio. If I don't like what I'm hearing at that very moment, I'm moving on.
Well,
radio's hard like that now. When we were teenagers, the radio, there used to be a button, you hit scan.
Yeah.
And unless you hit another button, it'd keep going through all the radio stations. And back then, there was a ton of radio stations that were good.
Yeah.
So you always got something eventually. It's not really like that anymore.
Between radio stations and MTV, but though they programmed us to a certain extent, you know what I mean? Some songs just broke through and drilled into our head. What was that, Jay? That was your number 8?
That was
your
John's
number 7.
Number 8.
The ladies are busy.
Oh, that was John's number 8? Free Fall?
That was John's number 8.
You don't bring your. You don't.
My
Yeah,
phone's
you don't
over there.
even bring your phone.
That was your what?
Breakdown was 8.
What's Free Falling?
Free Falling was 7.
Okay, so
you're on
Jay's
7.
number 7.
My number 7. Here Comes My Girl.
I do like that. Here comes my girl.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
that would have been an honorable mention for me. That would have been an honorable mention. Good song.
It's 6 to me.
No, can I get my number 7 in?
You do?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to get.
Well, I thought it goes in order. I thought we were going in order.
They're going this way. John's switching orders.
We're going this way tonight.
With 3 people, it's very easy.
It's starting early.
Looking for a little slab and pickle.
Wait for episode 133. We almost got a nose job.
we almost got a nose job.
Almost got a plum surprise.
Plum surprise out the nose. Oleo.
I have nipples, Greg. Could
Did you milk me?
Oh, Jesus. My number 7 is Learning to Fly.
Very good song.
Yeah, I like that song. It was more, like I said, that was more when in the 90s and late 80s when he was getting more mellower.
91, that was like my
I actually really enjoyed watching some of the really old ones.
That's my favorite. My favorite Tom Petty and the Heartbreaker stuff is that 70s, real early 80s.
Yeah, that was fun.
When he had that, when they had that edge.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
It's kind of fuck you.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. That's great stuff.
He was always kind of really laid back, though.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
yeah, exactly. But he got more as he went along, especially through you hit the mid to late 80s into the 90s and beyond. He got really mellower.
Oh, yeah.
Really mellower. Well, it's probably a natural progression. You get older. Some artists just go that way, I mean, what he did with the Traveling Wilburys and stuff.
Nope.
John, you're number 6.
Here Comes My Girl.
Oh, Here Comes My Girl.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Boom. Look at that. Yep. Oh, damn it. What I hit? Nope, that was the wrong
You
thing.
come down in your best little boy suit and expect me not to get a raging cartilager?
What's your number 6, Jay?
My number 6 is going to be Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Oh, I like that one too.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy that too. Very good song. Very good song. And it had a creepy video.
Yeah, the video was pretty intense.
Tom Petty with a dead Kim Basinger in a morgue, dancing with her.
Pretty serious.
Yeah.
He's never been lame with his videos.
No, his videos.
No,
whether you
always
liked
been-
them or
yeah.
not, there was
Everyone-
time.
Hey,
when he thought,
like I said, don't come around here no more. I really never cared for the song, but the video was always entertaining to watch. So it was one of those ones where you're like, oh, this song, but then you end up sitting there going, I'm watching it though.
I'm gonna watch it to the end.
Exactly. Number 6, right? My number 6 is The Waiting. It's the hardest part.
It is the hardest part.
Very good song. They make you want to fart. The waiting is the hardest part.
The waiting is the hardest part.
John, your number 5?
For number 5, I took American Girl.
All right.
I did. I know you don't, but I do.
Some of that might be I'm just not as familiar with it. So
Well, I almost
just not familiar with it.
I was almost going to take it off because for some reason I had an association with the doll, American Girl doll, and I was like, "Well, no, that's stupid because I don't think
I am not gay, senor. You just make me do gay things.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either.
American Girl. That's you order a doll that looks like your daughter, for example. That's what American Girl dolls are.
That sounds creepy.
I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I was like. Well, maybe I should. But then I got thinking about it. Look, it's a good song.
Yeah.
End of story. So that's why I
There
picked that
seems to have been a misunderstanding about what kind of boat guys we're going to be.
So that was your number 5. Jay, your number 5.
You Get Me High.
What? How does that one go? I know I missed the song.
You
and I
Get
can't.
Me High. I'm not a real good singer. That was off his one of his newest albums.
What was that? What was
Great
that
song.
one where the?
Meow.
What was the one that was very Bob Dylan-esque, where he goes, so let's get to the point, let's smoke
No, it's not
joint.
that.
What's that? What is that song? You don't know?
Oh,
how
I
it
know what
feel?
you're talking about, but I know what you're talking.
Because I have his greatest hits, and that one's not on it, but that might have just come after
this
the
was,
Which one did you just choose there?
You
It was
Get Me High.
You Get Me High.
Yeah, here it comes. Good tone.
I haven't heard that.
That's what it's good tone.
So this is a new one?
One of
I'm
his
not
newest
familiar- I'm not
albums,
familiar
yeah.
with this, are you?
No.
Great tone. Drop my.
So, like
For copyright purposes, that's all
right,
we do.
right, yeah. So that was around the last couple of years.
I think it came out 90.
Oh, 90s.
No, maybe not 90.
2000s.
2009, maybe I want to say it was.
I like it. I like
Good
it.
tune. Sorry.
Gets John high.
It was off the album Hypnotic Eye.
They've been busy
2000
all
I'm
these
sorry,
years. That's
2014 it came out.
That's
man.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
real
I
recent.
knew it was pretty recent.
That's real recent.
Yeah.
My number 5 is I Won't Back Down.
Nice.
Do, 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 do.
He's a good one.
He's a good one. Ooh, oh, shit flying all over the place here now. John, your number 4.
Number 4. This one was where I went with Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Nice.
Yep.
We all got that on our list.
That's where I put that one. Yep.
I think that's the first one to hit on all of our lists.
I think so.
All 3 of us.
I think so.
Jay, your number 4.
Here we're going with
Nasty son of a bitch.
You Wreck Me.
You
Nice.
wreck me, baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
Love that tune.
Yeah, it's a great tune. Straightforward rocker.
Yep. It wasn't like a real popular song.
No, it wasn't. But I remember when it came out. That was early '90s, wasn't it? Somewhere in there.
94 was on Wildflower.
Yep. My number 4 is Free Fallin'. Yeah, no matter how much I heard it, you get to that chorus and you're like, oh shit, that's a good song. You just, I didn't get sick of that one. Running Down a Dream I got more sick of. So I guess it was, you're bound to get, and especially on that album that he did was everywhere. So you're probably a song off of that album will probably annoy the shit out of somebody.
I wouldn't drink more than one, but one was delicious.
That was good, all right?
Yeah, I totally enjoyed it. It was very refreshing.
Change up. Yeah,
it was refreshing. A change from the norm, especially after that thick one.
Yeah,
I think
nice.
These help a little bit with digestion after one of those heavy duty ones.
I think it plums.
Yeah, moves this stuff.
Moves it right along.
Yeah, I get everything.
John likes good digestion after the thick one.
That's right.
It's a plum surprise.
That's right.
John likes good digestion after.
I do.
Big thick one.
I like good digestion. I like it when things move.
Big thick one.
Oh, the can.
In the can. Big thick one in the can. John, what's your number 3?
Refugee.
Nice.
Live like a refugee. Don't want to live like a refugee.
I think we're talking about doing that in the band, too.
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah, it is.
And a good video, too. Again, it was pretty
yeah,
good
great video.
Yeah.
To
and
me,
then you had that don't have around my sound song.
Well, there's a great edge to that whole song.
Yeah, that's
really
just
awesome.
I think it's a good song.
Yeah, that's
good song.
That has that. Like I said, that whole album, Damn the Torpedoes, it's like that.
Yeah.
And there's early stuff. It's like got that edge to it.
I think that's good song right there. That's why it's my top 3.
Your number 3, Jay?
Refugee.
Ooh, look at that.
All right.
Bam.
There seems to have been a misunderstanding about what kind of boat guys we're going to be.
My number 3 is Stop Dragging My Heart Around, the duet with Stevie Nicks.
Mm-hmm.
Killer song.
It is a great song.
Killer song.
For some reason, I'm not even seeing it on my big one.
It technically was on her album, but he wrote it, and he did the duet with her.
Yeah, and it was actually on his album first, and she came in.
It's a good song.
Yeah. Well, no,
redid it.
I don't know who gets credit for writing it. I don't know.
Oh, he did. He completely wrote the whole thing.
He wrote it. Yeah.
No, I guess it was a throwaway for him.
Yeah,
it didn't even make an album for him.
I thought it was originally on an album for him. And
no,
then she came in.
The producer there. Who's the producer for both him and her? Why am I forgetting? Levine there, and he. After he did Damn the Torpedoes with her, she wanted a Tom Petty type song, so he went and Tom Petty wasn't happy with the song. She was like, "Give it to me, I'll give it to her," and then it ended up being a duet because even if you took her voice out of it, it's a complete Tom Petty song. The sound of it,
really, it is.
The everything. So, but adding both of them together in it, it's killer. It's a killer too. Mm-hmm. John, your number 2.
Don't Do Me Like That.
Don't Do Me Like That. That's your number 2?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll do that.
Oh.
Jay, your number 2. I guess we just did our number 2. Jay, your number 2?
Jam and Me.
That's a good one.
John brought that up, I think.
Yeah,
when we were looking to play some Tom Petty.
Yeah, Jam and Me. That's a good one.
Chorus annoys the shit out of me, but the rest of the song I love. It's one of those ones where I'm just like, oh.
I don't think that made my list, actually. But I like it.
Because you brought it to the.
I know, I totally like that song.
I did my number 2 was Don't Do Me Like That. I'm curious to see what John's number 1 is and Jay's number 1. Because obviously it's not the same as mine. Well, Jay's might be. He didn't mention it. Your number 1, John?
Oh, that's it should be a gimme, really. Running down the drain for me.
Running down the drain?
Yeah. Yeah.
Running down a dream, you mean?
No, running down the drain.
What?
Running down the drain?
Yeah, of course. For me, I love the way that song moves. There's two driving forces there. The and then the
yeah.
It's a moving song. I always loved that song. That's why we've been working on stuff in the studio, and like right there, I was like so into it. I was like, wow, I just played the whole thing for Running Down the Drain. It's like, I got it. We got to read it.
Yeah, he did that. He's just like, is that Running Down a Dream? And everybody's like, no. He's like, in my head it is.
Yeah. I just did exactly.
Like, no, it didn't sound anything like it, but okay.
Change that.
Only the beat in your head says Running Down a Dream.
I love that song. I love that song. That's my favorite Tom Petty song.
Okay. It should be because it's your number one. Chet, you're number one.
That's right. I hope it is. Stop Dragging My Heart Around.
Ooh. Nice.
That is pretty classic.
It is.
Classic Petty right there.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it came in.
If you talk to anybody, they should know that one.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I mean, well, if you really... Probably if you take Damn the Torpedoes, which that was around that same time as that, even though that wasn't on one of his albums, it was a Stevie Nicks album, but, it was right around that time, or Full Moon Fever, which was Free Fallin', Running Down a Dream, all of that. I mean, you can't get away from those. You couldn't get away from those two albums at the time.
I want to play some of that stuff right now.
I don't know. Yeah.
No,
it actually ended up being a harder list than I thought it was going to be for me once I started listening to it, because I like a lot of his stuff. And
my number one is Refugee.
Nice.
Can never get that out of my head.
Yeah, Refugee's a great song.
It has such great dynamics, and at the end, he's just with his voice cutting through on those choruses, and it's killer. It's a great production on that whole album, but that song in particular is just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's definitely good.
Any honorable mentions?
Did we say Breakdown? Anybody have Breakdown?
I did. I took Breakdown. Yeah, my number 8.
That was my probably number one.
I Need to Know
mention.
Was a good one.
I had that on my big list.
I Need to Know.
And that one that You Don't Know How It Feels.
Yep.
So let's get
You Don't Know How It Feels.
You don't feel.
Saving Grace was actually a good song they came across. I was listening to this. Yeah,
Even the losers.
That'd be honorable mention.
Get lucky, you get lucky.
Yeah, that what John had in his name.
I used that one. Yeah.
Again, he's what I call a creeper. In the fact, as a musician, as an artist, he's a creeper. You don't realize how many fucking songs until you're looking at these titles going, what the fuck? Yeah. I never heard that. And then you hear them and you're like, oh,
I heard that.
Foreigner's a creeper too.
Yep.
Foreigner's another creeper band that you're like, what? And then you hear it, you're like, oh, fuck, yeah.
Don't Do Me Like That. Somebody have that on?
I love that one.
That was my number 2. That was mine and John's number 2.
Sorry.
Yeah. Right. Don't Do Me Like That.
Don't do me like that.
Yep.
Baby,
I think that is from Damn the
you,
Torpedoes, I believe.
Don't
don't
do me like that.
So
that's our top 10 Tom Petty songs. Rest in peace, Mr.
All right.
Petty.
Yes,
it's gone. Another one gone too early.
Yeah, great. And he was just like he was never known as like a big partier or something where you're like, I get it.
He hit it pretty hard when he was younger. Yeah, I mean, I think he was a little hardcore when he was a younger guy.
Hey, you never know what people are doing on their free time, or if they're going to their doctor. I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, well,
no idea.
That last tour was just too much.
At the same time, I mean, what better way? If that's all you love.
Yeah, hey, he had a good
He probably
life,
had a family too.
Yeah, he did.
He totally did.
Oh,
no, but the way you say it's the only thing you love, I'm like, he probably loved his family too.
If he loved being on the road.
He said he hated it. Actually, this was the end, right? I think this was.
He was going to stop for quite a while to spend time with his family.
No more tours.
No more touring.
Yeah.
This was it. He said he hated the touring thing because he had grandkids.
He's not going to be doing much anymore.
Touring the big
kahuna in the sky.
Big kahuna.
The big kahuna, hickey ho. We're out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's all, folks.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com and iTunes, or
at Loose and Buttery, which is Ichichizinale on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
You bet your ass.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page of Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power Hour. Also on Untapped at Jay's Brew and Brewmaster Pick. We're going for 1,000.
Yeah! John, what did you learn today?
I think the show's over 30,000 views.
Really?
Views?
Views.
Or listens?
Listens.
Yes.
They were at like 30 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not so long ago it was much lower.
They're ugly.
Like not,
No. Views. That's exaggeration because we have actually. I think we have some episodes that are at over 30 views.
We've got some views.
Or 31.
Yeah.
Or 31.
There's some people that view
YouTube's a little bit more fickle.
They
we
get
got
pissed.
a face for
Like,
radio.
I hear as soon
Yes, I
as
do.
The famous
fucked up
Bob
with
Mason.
I hear immediately when something's fucked up with the video because there's a lot of people that just watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg and Tom watch.
And we
They're watchers.
They're watchers. They're watching us.
the company
Hello, Greg
fucked
and
up
Tom.
one night and there was like
What
double
company?
audio.
What an asshole!
He wants to bring this up.
The audio cup.
Yeah, he wants to put this in my ass every fucking time.
No, you know what we should have done is just fix it and then like
Those interns.
Could you re-put it? Yeah, it's
We
like
gotta
the
get new interns,
It is
I
the
know.
interns. They just do whatever the hell they
I
want
know.
to around here.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole.
See, I'm gone for a month, and this is what happens.
All hell breaks
Goes to
loose.
hell.
Jay, what did we learn?
I learned that I can't really speak Italian very good, and I wore a Oktoberfest shirt to an Italian day.
Every day's Italian day with his ass.
Yes. It's okay.
That's true.
It's all right. Oktoberfest is over.
Oh no, we've got it more than
And well, I learned that John likes good digestion after a big thick one.
yeah, and I think a good plum ghost does the
Plum
trick.
surprise.
Yeah.
When I bend over to push the button, my ass will be the last thing you ever see.
All right, we're out of here. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night,
Good night,
guys.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much. Chico!
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set.